Hi folk, we have a farm map and we wish to overlay a soil map as an image overlay in a separate folder, or in the instance we're going to use Environment Canterbury map, all of the water that runs down into the Lake Forsyth catchment is red zone, and the water heading into Banks Peninsula and into Akaroa Harbour is blue zone. So we need to find that map, create an image, and then overlay it. I've jumped into Map Viewer, canterburymaps.govt.nz. I'm zoomed in. How did I find this? I found it through the add data, and it was water allocation, I believe. I'll just find that for you again. Here it is here, nutrient allocation zones, and I've added it. So we've made sure that our farm is within the area that we're looking at. We take a snip, Windows Accessories, snipping tool. I've dragged and dropped it out here. So snipping tool, create a new snip. Start well out over here. I've missed a tiny piece of the farm. I'm going to live with that. And I'm going to save this. So I saved my Windows snip with a name, put it somewhere where I could find it again. I now minimize Canterbury Maps Viewer, go back to My Map. Okay, I've just jumped a couple of steps. So what I've done is I've said I want to add an image overlay, which is here. The file is here. So I grab that file. There's my image overlay. And now the key thing to get our heads around is the different ways we can manage this. We can tweak it this way. We can move the whole image here. If we want to move it in a stretch kind of way, we can do that. What are we aiming to do? We are aiming to lay our image over the top of the landscape in an appropriate way by making use of the highway underneath and the highway on the map. Notice how the map is actually following some contours. The image is pretending to be pretty smart. So where you couldn't see, we've got this option here, and we can modify the opacity, which is pretty helpful. We can add a description, but that's image overlays. You can create a new title. Go for it. When we've got our map sorted in terms of its placement, it needs to sit in its own folder. So let's create a folder for overlays. Add a folder. There might be a soil overlay coming as well. So our overlays, and we're going to put the untitled image overlay in there, and we're going to rename this properties, rename, and it's going to be called blue zone and red zone. Job done. Thanks for watching. Click like if you happen to find this useful.